Hello everyone, it's your boy, NoukonNeko, your favorite virtual feline friend, a purveyor of good vibes. I'm like, wait, that sounds a little bit different from what I normally say. Yeah, I did change one word, I didn't know why, but I'll let you guys figure it out. But anyways, today we are here to continue playing some Genshin. So yeah, I did kind of wanted to, eventually jump into maybe a battle network, right? But I feel like, I'm just a little bit away from finishing this little event story, so I'm just gonna focus on doing that. Just to get it out of the way so I don't just constantly think about it. Technically, I would have finished it off stream if I felt it was satisfying? Satisfactory? Don't know what the word was, but anyways, like, yeah, even though it's outside the Twitch stream event, I'm just gonna feel a bit better just finishing it. So that's why I'm back here to continue. You wanna check out my Yelan? You have a Yelan, huh? I have a Yelan too. Is it like a higher constellation than Yelan? Yeah, if you give me your ID, then I can take a little peek of it, I think. Assuming that we're on the same server, so that might be the other issue. But yeah, I do like the character quite a bit. She's been really useful ever since I got her. I kind of do wish I have at least one more constellation of her, but I just haven't had a good opportunity to roll for her. I usually kind of roll for characters if they have a very good 4-star, but I just haven't had that aligned for me. But I'm patient. I'll wait for the right moment to roll for her. I'm kind of poor right now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be patient. I already did commissions and stuff today. Even though it looks like I have it. I already did it already. I did it on a friend's world. Go ahead and head back to the event. Let's start the next act. If I can remember how to get there. Okay, wait. This here. Mark it. Okay, it's marked. I have to wait the next following day. And then while that's going, I could take a peek at your Yelan if I can. Try to remember if I did this correctly. Just type. Enter UID. There. 620004069. Search. Found her. It's your friend request. But let me take a look at your lawn. Ooh, you have a 5-star weapon to her. Alco Simulacra. Wait. Yeah, just R1. Yeah, I think that is her like her best weapon in slot, right? Constellation. Ooh, you have a C6. Oof. It's funny, but I didn't notice until I look at the statistics. I was like looking at how many characters people mainly C6, and she's actually one of them. So a lot of people really like her C6 apparently. And I was thinking that was initially kind of odd. That is still initially kind of odd. Yeah, Maiden. I feel like that could have been something else. Yeah, the goblet makes sense. This is hydro damage. Wait. 2-piece hydro and 2-piece Millith. Yeah, that both makes sense. Crit rate? Wait. Yep, and a decent amount of crit damage. Attack? Wait, attack? Why would you want to attack? Well, I guess it's probably because you couldn't get any more HP. Yeah, usually you kind of want HP crit or energy recharge, and yeah, just having another HP stat's the only other thing you could do. Yeah, but that's crazy. Crit damage, energy recharge, crit rate. HP, yeah, looking really good. Wait, what's... Oops. Back. Very good question is, can I see... Yeah, that's quite a bit of crit damage and crit rate. Whew. Hydro? Wow. 33k HP. How does that do compared to mines, actually? Yeah, that's even higher than mines. And obviously I don't have that much crit rate or damage either, but I guess I don't have the bow, so that's a big part of it. Yeah, but I built mines more as a support, but assuming that you have a C6, I'm guessing that's gonna be your main DPS character. Because that's what a lot of like characters turn into once they reach their max constellation. Guys, enter a mastermind state. At this state, her normal attacks will be special breakthrough barbs. Yeah, her normal attacks, not her charge attacks. They pretty much almost become charge attacks. These breakthrough barbs have similar abilities to the normal one, and help damage still based. I'm assuming it's based on HP. It does have a limit though. Oh, and you can only go up to five arrows. Yeah, still really good, right? So normally you just mainly kind of zip around, use your burst, and then switch to another character. But now you can also shoot a bit more too. That must be exciting. That probably took you a really long time to kind of build. Okay, I guess the bigger question is, did you will for her? Because yeah, my Yaka, she's C6 as well, just like your Yulan. But I kind of like rolled for her over time. I saved a bunch for her initially, and every time she had a rerun, I kind of rolled those reruns. And eventually I got her up. So I didn't really need to wail for her, spend any additional money just to get her to where I want her to be. It was mainly actually accidental getting Yaka to C6. Wait, I'm like getting used to kind of going towards commissions. What I need to do is actually fast forward time. You had her since 2.7 when she was released. You have Sino at C6 too. Wow, Sino. That's a really interesting pick to C6.
The Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin. Let's go to the Academia and check with Araf.
Gonna head back to the Academia. Yeah, I heard like some people were disappointed in Sino once they actually do have him. I heard he has like energy problems. Does that get solved with higher constellations? I never really actually looked into his kit too much, but I never really felt like I needed more electric characters, so that's why I kind of skipped him. Especially when I have Raiden and Yai, and another character I'm thinking about, Kaching. I had a lot of good lightning characters already, and he also felt like, you know, very similar to Razor, even though Razor is a physical damage dealer versus Sino being a pure electro user. But and also have Beidou. But yeah, there were just too many electric characters. I didn't feel like he did anything extra for me that I would have liked. You still have hella ER problems at C6. Oof, okay. So yeah, I guess you just really need really good battery characters to help support him, right? Or is that still terrible even with that?
Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way.
Okay. Before we continue this, I guess the summary is that we're doing a little investigation to see if there's a group of eremites or mercenaries that are trying to kill or steal wealth from, I forget what his name was, the kind of the host that no one knows for this event, who has a lot of money. Yeah, that never showed his face, but everybody's trying to find him apparently. Some shady people are, and this is why the Matra Arav is doing a little investigation for us.
The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
What? So Sachin, who's very wealthy, has kids, and his kids hire hitmans to kill their dad? What?
Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
Or kidnap. I say kill, but I guess kidnap's probably the more likely thing to do.
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure, let's go get to the bottom of all this.
I don't think having other electric characters would help. There's a lot of particles, but I mean, just having here, hold on. Characters. Okay, wait. First of all, having one additional electro character kind of gives you harmony, right? Electro harmony, high voltage. That has a 100% chance to generate more electric particles. So that already just gives you more particles already. And two, Raiden. I'm going to the wrong menu. Raiden's a character, right? After using her burst, kind of gives everybody more electro energy, or energy, right? In general, not particles, but energy. So that would kind of help, right? Trying to think of who else would be like I think Fish was a very famous free-to-play battery character since she generates a decent amount of particles every time Oz hits something. And I kind of also like using Beidou. I don't people ever think of her as a battery, but I kind of do. You equip her with like a Providence greatsword, and she has high enough crits. She's generating a huge amount of particles when she does that counter. And because of that, she has a high like energy cost, which is the problem she has too. But because of that, she's able to carry her burst very easily with this kind of build that I have right now. And it feels more consistent. It feels very great when you have her burst every rotation you do. So I think there's ways to kind of get enough energy. It's just, yeah, it's not, you have to use very specific characters and take a slot. Nowadays, I think people, when they use Sino, they try to use Dendro, a Dendro character with them, right? I heard the new character that just came out, Basil, it's probably Basil, but this guy, I heard he works really well with Sino, so I'm kind of curious if that is actually true or not. But yeah, I don't have Sino and I don't have Basil, so I can't test it out myself. But for the people who do, I'm sure they're going to put up videos about this soon. Gonna use Beta with a sacrificial greatsword. I mean, I think either way works. sometimes some people like having the counter at all times. That's what's great about that greatsword. But for me, I just need to do it. I just like to do it once, just grab all the energy, and then move on to the next character. Oops. I'm not talking to the right person. This is a commission, I think. This is the tree one? Yeah, the stinky potion. Gonna ignore it and move on to the next part of the event. If I know where it is, over here. Yeah, Beto used to be my main character I used for like a year. So these are quite a bit. And I was kind of building her to be like a physical DPS initially. But ever since I got Eula, I kind of switched her off to a more support role and switched her to like a more battery energy recharge role.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Wait. Oh, those guys. I didn't realize these guys were on the ground in the first place. That looked weird from far away, but I didn't realize there were people.
We got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Giovanni, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back to the academia for further interrogation.
So the flying person is the hat guy, Scaramouche / the Wanderer. In my case, Tsubasa. And then I hate them is probably the green guy because he is investigating in this matter as well.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare. As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
Just because your father had all that wealth doesn't mean it's yours. Yeah, no matter what your parents do, really decides what to do, what they own. Yeah. Wait, but the question is whether it was. I know he wants to get it back, but was he going to kill his own dad for this? Were you seriously planning to?
Of course. Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the championship from the shadows? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius.
So, did you find him?
No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of.
What do you know about the Diadem of Knowledge?
Diadem of Knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the academia? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it non-stop for days. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the academia. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
The diadem of knowledge.
Yeah, Al-Haytham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina what's going on.
Yeah, diadem of knowledge is fishy if the Aranara is trying to kind of take it away from us. What does it do? It sounds like you kind of need a genius to kind of be able to use it.
Karina!
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now?
Some new information has come to light.
This is pretty serious. Let me think. Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest. We moved it there before the third round began. In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition.
Almost if the first and second round didn't matter.
As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time.
Have to give it a shot.
I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
All right, let's go.
Almost as if we're a contestant ourselves.
The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
Very sus. But there hasn't been enough hints for me, at least, to figure out what could be wrong with the diadem. All we know is something's odd. Odd things keep happening around it. We don't know why.
Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
To worry about that slime. Actually, it might be faster for me to teleport over here. Just roll my way over, and who has it?
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Oh, it's a brawl.
That guy enters the fray.
That's part of his real goal.
Arizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
Huh? Yeah, these two are probably the strongest combatants right now.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me. What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
Oh, that's part of the dad. The dad and the diadem? Yeah, the host.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research. Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
He knows his name, so he isn't just a recording.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he, more cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I once owned. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashant Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Me? Similar to you?
Like it's just how like selfless Kabe is.
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists, and that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter. Conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
Oh, to save the people in the desert. Yeah, I can see that. It's tough from going from like the rainforest where everybody is like kind of feeling like kind of look like they're wealthy and like everything's prosperous. Then you look at a desert, it's like hell out there, right? And for people like them, these two, I guess they just couldn't turn their back around it. They just feel guilty about not being able to do anything.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought simply did not exist. It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. This is the inexorable truth. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history, but what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. Things can only ever go from bad to worse. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness, I could no longer bear to face life. And so, I decided to bring my life to an end.
So he's no longer living. He literally is a ghost at this point.
But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before requesting that the academia manage my estate.
As I thought, the contract you signed with the academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all. The academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals, my hope was that one day, I would find one who could untangle the mystery of human nature once and for all, and help to move the world onto a better path.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment, part of my investigation into human nature. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And I lament the research that I failed to complete. And this, Kaveh, my dear child, is why you will be of great utility to me.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
I've
Fused.
had enough. My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them. I guess that'll be the end of that.
Kaveh.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine.
Yeah, technically, if he does keep that diadem, that ghost would continually haunt him, right? So I can see why he would want to break it, especially when he's already suffering by interacting with it in the first place.
Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the Inter-Darshan Championship. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it for the better. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. No one else has to hear them now. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't need your insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony. ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
I guess the diadem wasn't as malicious as I thought. It was gonna like take over Kabe or something once he puts it on. Or it could have. He didn't actually know that because he didn't actually do that, but it's just a message. It isn't as bad as I thought initially would be. Definitely makes you think of like donating all that wealth will really make the world better. I mean, probably can. Depends on what you do with the money. Maybe just throw money to people. That probably does not solve the problem. But if you use that money to like help create a farm, to help like solve food problems, or like build generators to solve energy problems, then maybe.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Interdarshan Championship to a close.
Oh, hey, Mamoru. Welcome to my channel. I think it's the first time I've seen you here. Just finishing up the event right now.
Finally,
Just like reaching the end.
It's a great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora. And he gave it all up?
I would have at least have taken a little bit just so I could move out, but I guess it feels like blood money at that point, right? It just didn't feel right to use it.
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card.
That would perk Sano's attention.
Status will be logged in your record. This means that the Sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
Yeah, if anything, that's probably the best reward out of all of this, really.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
Guess he doesn't have any plans for that either.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
I knew it. He's gonna give it to Sino.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
Yeah, at this point, he doesn't even care about Mora.
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it yourself! Come on, let's go find Sino.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Man, I kinda wish he was just a little bit more ambitious. He could probably do a lot of great things, but that's just one of his flaws, I suppose. Hey, Sino.
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
That's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity.
Yeah, it's weird to accept 3 things from somebody, right? You kind of think there's some kind of string attached. But it's Kaveh here. You definitely could accept it without thinking that he's thinking of something malicious.
But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, he bought that.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million more for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
That's a very you-wish kind of line.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Oh, forgot about that. Forgot we're commentators. But yeah, definitely wanted to talk to everyone else, see what they thought about the results. Especially Layla, I'm very curious about her. Hopefully I feel like she kind of gains something out of all this, right? She's really close at being the winner. Okay, wait, where are they? Up here? Up or down? I think it's down. Oh, there's the group.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Really? Well then, sure, Madame Farzan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farazan! Niru! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base, and embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farzan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there's some other options too. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
She's famous.
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship.
Forget what Haravatat stood for.
Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
Yeah, I was mostly curious about her. That guy kind of feel like he was trying to help Kaveh win. But we'll see about that one. Your next C6 character is Shengha. Ah. Shengha is an ice buffer, but what ice characters do you have to work with her? Do you have a Yaka? I guess people are mainly kind of use her with the Yaka. I guess you could also get her to work with Ganyu. Just any ice damage dealer, really. I feel like those are the two people think about when it comes to ice DPS. Oh, she's above. So I came to the right place. Ish. Just need to go up a bit higher. Do I take the elevator up, actually? Actually, I'll go up here. Just use Shenghe as the main DPS. Oh, that's an interesting take. I like to see that. Yeah, I guess if you like the character that much, then that's all you need to do. It's funny because the Yaka, right? I didn't really care where she was in the meta at all. At the very beginning of the game, when when Genshin started, they had her in the beta, so people knew about her, and I was expecting her to come any day ever since the game came out. Didn't realize I had to wait a whole year just to get her, but because of how much I was saving up because of that, that's why I was really ready for her when she came. So I can understand how you feel about just saving for a character.
Sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the third round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
Aw, I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you.
I'm glad they have a lot of colleagues that really look up to her.
Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Sounds like everybody who entered this competition is winning. Even if they're not first place, they will kind of won something and got what they wanted.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great. We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition. Oh well, it's almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
Yeah, you can't say that Kaveh didn't get what he wanted. Technically, well, sounds like he's still getting money off of this to help pay his debt and possibly be able to move out from how much he's getting from Sino. So I guess he still got something he wanted. And it doesn't feel like blood money at that point, right? Since it has nothing to do with I always forget what his name is. I always remember his name starts on an S. That host, that old guy. Let's call him white hair, but yeah, that car has nothing to do with him. So definitely gonna feel good about taking that money. The question now is, yeah, what was Hat Guy's whole intent with joining this competition? And again, I think it sounds like it felt like he was kind of trying to help Kaveh win. don't really have any direct evidence besides the fact that at the very end, it looks like he handed the crown to Kaveh and pushed him to the goal. But even if that was what he did, the question is why? I don't really, I can't really figure out what his intent was, what his reasoning was for doing all that. Was it because of what Nahida wanted him to do and he just did it? Is that enough reason?
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Faruzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
Probably doing something important. Sure, nice delicious meal.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on.
Yeah, so it sounded like it would have went the way I thought it would be if he did put on that crown.
Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Madra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Yeah, good point, Kale.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
You know, that's kind of true in the real world for a lot of fans of this game.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta-related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks. Paimon's super full, too. If only we could eat like this every day.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Since everyone is free, why don't we play a few matches of Genius Invocation TCG?
Should have known.
Eager to show off your new limited edition card, are you?
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help. Only my best friend will have the honor of seeing this card's debut play.
All right, sure. I didn't bring my deck with me, though, so I'll need to borrow one.
Actually, Master, I made a new one a few days back.
Don't tell me you've been spending all your study hours playing cards.
Come on, no need to be so stern. They do say that your innate interests are your best teacher, don't they?
Gonna be the same conversation, or is it a different conversation per person?
Since everyone is free.
Same one.
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help.
Yep.
Right,
Exit.
I didn't bring my deck with.
Actually,
If there's a way to skip in this game, that'd be nice.
Stern.
Especially if it's a dialogue already kind of went through already. Okay. Let's leave. Still haven't talked to Hat Guy and Ahitham. Those are the other two I mainly want to talk about. So what else could Ahitham be doing after all this event kind of concluded already?
well, it looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind?
Sachin's research.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish. It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
Our village.
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his notes. Alright then, let's head off to our village and try our luck!
Guessing that's where we'll find Ahitham. Guess Ahitham's probably interested in his research, but we don't exactly know what's in this research at all, right? Could be good, it could be bad. We just don't know. But I'm guessing from what Kaveh's reaction was to the team's research, it's most likely bad. Yep, there you are.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait! So, you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I don't think it's gonna take over Hytham like the crown did with Kaveh.
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was.
He's not an empathetic person?
Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective, Sachin's.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse? All of that's true?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
These words you wrote among your notes. What did that line written in the ancient script mean?
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. All right then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Oh, you really enjoyed the event. Yeah, the event was pretty interesting. It's like it's a lot more than what I expected it would be. Like a lot of the previous events way back then, it kind of felt like it didn't have anything kind of meaningful to it, but this one has a lot of meaning to it, right? Kind of things makes you think a lot about life. Man, it's very interesting that Kaveh was the center point of all of it. That I didn't expect at all. I thought it was going to be Layla, but Kaveh was my second if I was going to pick somebody.
Get together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
Wow, he's so confident.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research.
Yeah, not empathetic. He's pretty,
He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
he's pretty logical, right? But I guess that guy, is he gonna finally appear? Yep, and Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship?
Did you forget that, Paimon?
Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Actually, not really.
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
Huh, okay. So he was just like a little insurance.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nita, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar. Paimon kinda gets it, but also not really. The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. All of us are somewhere on the path toward truth. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go again. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate, and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
And we are finally done with the event story. And I still have a bit of time left. I probably can go around and do some of the mini games. Oh wait, there's a bit more. Curtains closed. There's a epilogue apparently. That was the end of it. books are gone. It would have been interesting to see what the book says, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty much negative knowledge, right? Negative conclusions. But just because it's negative doesn't mean, like, yeah, what's in there could be useful to someone else. And whether they can overcome the issues, right? The negativity is the big question. If they can, then maybe it could be used for good. But it takes someone with a lot of conviction to kind of follow through with that. And definitely Kaveh isn't... that isn't a word I would describe him.
20 years ago, the Academia had just received Sachin's estate. To celebrate the huge investment, the Academia extravaganza that year was grander than usual. I was very young then, and I remember seeing posters for the Interdarshan Championship all over the city. I couldn't help but mention it to my father. I even told him that I really liked the look of the diadem. It was so unique.
Yeah, I guess you couldn't picture yourself in the future winning a competition and pretty much being able to wear it.
So he said, "Why don't I win it, so I can let you play with it for a few days?" That made me very happy, and I nodded enthusiastically. But to my surprise, he didn't win. And when he got back home, he seemed extremely depressed. Later, he left home, saying that he wanted to do some investigating in the desert. The quicksand got him not long after that. For many years, I couldn't face up to it at all. If I just kept my mouth shut, maybe none of it would have ever happened.
Oh. That's a bit deeper than I thought, so he kind of blamed himself. Yeah, your father may have seen Sachin that year. Don't mention the results of the investigation. Just the type of person who likes to poke at things that they shouldn't poke at.
Wait, so the person we came across in our investigation, who went into the desert 20 years ago, it was...
Is that why Sachin thought I looked familiar? I can't believe it. My father was always too kind for his own good. Sachin's research would have saddened him greatly. He must have gone into the desert when he heard about it to find those who were still suffering. It all makes sense now. I've tried telling myself so many times over the years that maybe his sudden depression wasn't because he didn't win the competition. Maybe something else was going on that I wasn't aware of. But in the end, it all started with me mentioning the competition to him.
Oh, Kaveh.
Don't worry. I destroyed the diadem. There will never be another tragedy like this again. Never again.
And I think it's better for people to be able to face the truth. I mean, he already has the resolve enough to kind of refuse Sachin's research, so I think he's fine. And nothing can change what happened in the past. So eventually he'll get over it. Okay, there was there anything else story-wise that we need to address? It was just the gala booths next. Let me look at my quest menu as well. We're currently working on getting Sucrose burst in one skill cast. Have it to where you can cast a skill twice and get a burst. That's a lot of energy recharge, right? They get to give Sucrose. I wonder how much energy Sucrose require to actually do that. I don't have my Sucrose built because I already have Venti and Kazuha to kind of do what Sucrose can do. she's at C6 and she is still really good. A really good character to use. You don't have either of the two. It's an 80 cost. It's quite expensive. Yeah, usually people stack on a lot of elemental mastery on her to kind of improve her damage, but if you can't cast her skill to use it consistently with a skill cast, then it's tough. But having other characters support her to help build energy also helps too. Habit to where you can cast skill twice and get a burst. So yeah, it sounds like it's pretty good. It's probably where you want it to be. Yeah, my Kaza is kind of like that when I think about it, right? Like, he barely is able to get enough energy for his burst. But that's kind of the reason why I kind of rolled for his weapon in the first place. His weapon right now, so he's a EM build. With a lot of EM. Yeah, 938. And his weapon, best thing about it is it turns his elemental mastery into energy recharge, so that really helps. And not only helps him, but helps the whole team. So definitely a sword that is really worth it from the last banner pulls. Okay, then let's go. Wait, I was checking the mission list. Let's check the event stuff. This is all it. Something more with Dory. Yeah, there's a little bit more left to this. As I'm using her in freeze, I don't need EM, which is good. That is true. EM mainly kind of boosts up any damage type of reactions, right? Usually involving fire, like, well, more like the reactions of vaporize or melt, stuff like that, right? So that makes sense. Yeah, just invest everything into energy recharge then. You just need the crowd control part of it. Oh. No voice? It's time again. Yet again for an information cell from Lord Sagama Bay. Would you two like to purchase the latest reports? Let me see. This information isn't that important, so I'll go for 500,000 mora. It's half of the usual price. What a bargain. Well, mind giving it to me for free then? Whoa! You want to bring it down to 0 mora? Just as I expected. I am the great Lord Sagama Bay. Well, since you're so interested, I'll tell you for free. But you must keep it to yourself. I heard that 20 years ago, there was a contestant whose personality suddenly changed after taking part in the competition. Well, it looks like someone saw him on our village. I wonder where he ended up. That's all the information you get for free. If you want to hear more, you gotta pay 2 million mora. I appreciate your patronage. What a ripoff. We can just go to our village ourselves and ask around. Dory always do have some useful information. $20 ago. Could it be? Shitty? $20 ago, a young man did appear here. Back then, life was much harder than it is now. Poverty, disease, ignorance. They tormented us constantly. That young man, clearly from the academia with a bright future, was nevertheless willing to come here and help us. He taught us how to deal with Weanut and monsters. He bought us a lot of medicine with the money from his own pocket and took care of the ill all by himself. Sounds like a great guy. Yeah, too bad the good die young. He was always frowning, and no one else knew he was worried about. Everyone was wondering if he was going to leave us. This place did not have the means to properly host him. Still, many said that he was crazy to begin with. For example, he would sometimes tell children a story about how, as a child, he taught a strange creature to write. Later, he would often leave the village and explore the desert. Once I asked him what he was looking for, he said he wanted to talk to someone about the Nagara something group. Later on, I heard that he died in the quicksand. So this is Kave's father. It was said that he encountered a caravan trapped in quicksand on his way to investigate something. He saved many people, but he himself was unable to get out in time. At that time, there was still a half-finished letter addressed to the child at home. After he died, the son took the letter with them, thinking about delivering it someday. Is that unfinished letter still here? No, it's not here. I live a better life. My son became a mercenary. He was killed in a scuffle a few years ago, and his belongings were taken. Many years have passed in the blink of an eye. I wonder how his child turned out, if they hold a grudge against him. Not many people know these things anymore. I'm getting old. Perhaps I'll forget these things soon too. Why is this cheese glowing? Oh, that was cheese, but it was actually a music disc. Oh, why does Ayaka... What does your Ayaka look like? I mean, this is what she looks like. Did you meant to ask why, not what? This is like the skin that they sold, I think, earlier this year, which gives her a more like Western-like look, rather than the traditional look. But though I do like her original outfit quite a bit, though, maybe even more than the skin. But since I bought it, I might as well kind of change her around sometimes. And this outfit isn't bad itself. I just prefer her original look a little bit. Some people prefer this, but it's all preference, right? Wait. Where am I going? Are we gonna... What? Really? Days. They're not gonna tell us where to find this note? Huh? Wait. Grandma, let me talk to you again. Is it some kind of secret that I have to figure out myself and not have the game tell me where to find it? This is a different conversation. I'm just trying to skim it very quick. It's this person. A Sounds like she's just nagging to him to do something with his life. Yeah, I kind of thought I would be able to go, you know, find where the notes were, where it was stolen, and be able to get it back to Kaveh. So either that appears later, or maybe I have to do all the mini games first to know it'll appear. Okay, I do have a little bit of time, about like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna give some of these little quests a try and see what these mini games are. A lot of them should be kind of simple, but I actually have no idea what to expect, because this hasn't been really done before, and each event likes to have their own like kind of unique mini game, and this has like 6, so it's quite a bit. Oh, stat-wise, what does she look like? Not her appearance. Land. I feel like she could definitely do better, but she's at C6. If you haven't figured out, her right hand, it glows when she's at C6. That's how you would know where she's at. But yeah, let's take a look at her stats. So I have quite a bit of crits.
Blade embraces its duty.
Damage.
Quite
Quite a bit of crit rate, but that's mainly because of her sword. Usually if you run 2 ice characters, you need only 40%, but because I'm actually using her mainly in Hyper Bloom, then I technically need 60. Because the other 40 comes from her Blizzard Slayer, which gives me 100% crit rate whenever I'm attacking a frozen enemy, or 80% if I'm hitting just enemies applied by a crowd. But either way, it's plenty, if not 2.5% higher, much crit. But yeah, the crit damage is about where you want it to be. And afterwards, you kind of want all the rest into attack and crowd damage, really. So she's kind of where she needs to be, but it could be a little bit better.
A blade is like a tea. Only those who sample it many times.
Similar to your secondary Yakuza setup. Hello there, I'm Thea from Kush Travar. Are you here to take part in the Wisdom Gala too? This is the new game that our Darshan has put forth, Project Connectivity. Would you like to give it a go? If I recall, Crush War's specialty is restarting mechanics and architecture, yes. Seems like I've gone off topic, so to take part of this gala, many of our students put their heads together and the results was Project Connectivity. Basically, the pair needs to use various objects we have paired to create a pathway. Laying down bridges and setting up stairs, the eventual goal is to create a path for people to travel on that can reach its destination. Once you has reached constructing the road, we will conduct a final verification just like how we test completed buildings. Eventually, you need to set up a safe road to attain success. Yeah, I don't have much knack for architecture. Don't worry. You're not being asked to construct anything in real life. If anything goes wrong and the road collapses, we just have to rebuild it. We're not putting limits on the number of tries you have either. Just let your imagination run free and beautiful as a road can be. Right? Spend construction points in construction mode in Project Connectivity to construct the road and use test mode to see if the road you created will take you to the designated start through all the checkpoints. Checkpoints can be accessed in any order. In test mode, you need to stay on a pre-built or placed construction materials while you would send back to the start of the checkpoint. In test mode, through all the checkpoints, consider a successful challenge. Upon success, total construction points you spent, the higher the score you get. The less you spend, the better. Each challenge will grant you different construction mode materials with different costs. Continue to use the construction material with the costs to increase. Oh, so you kind of want to kind of have a variation of different materials. These different materials to create the best road. We'll give it a try. Yeah, let me give it a go. It does not sound fun at all, but I'm able to switch character, your skills. I mean, it sounds pretty simple. With Zarya around, I tend to overcap a bit. Oh, overcap in crit? Nice. Wait, where do I need to go? Did I just need to... Okay, I start here. I think I had to go to all 3 of those, teleport points? Can I... Can I not bring it down? Oh wait, vertical movement. This. Sounds like I kind of want like a big diamond. It's either a diamond or a circle. Oh wait, is this a jumpy pad thing? Place. That kind of looks like a jumpy plaid thing. I will say construction is a little bit annoying in the game a little bit. I think you just gotta get used to it though. Okay, assuming it's a jumpy pad thingy, maybe I could jump up there. And then, wow, I can only have a limit of that once. So there. Yeah, cost gets higher. Gonna have to kind of make my character walk, not walk, but jump on these pads. I don't know the right distance to get it to jump correctly, but I just throw an estimate, and if it's not enough, then stairs. If it's not enough, that I could kind of adjust it and add a bit more around it. How do I rotate it? Rotate. It's actually better on here instead. Up. Too high? Like that. Oh, that's huge. Sticks to the ground. Well, that's all the used materials I could use, so let's bit more down here. It's a really rough guess for how that will work. Oh, and there's a limit to that one. Oh, this is tall. Shoot. Kind of means you need a stair to go up and down that. You can kind of climb it, right? Really just need to go up and jump down. I'm assuming you can still glide, right? So maybe I need a lot less than I think. Jump over there. I kind of want to test this very quick. Because I think in the end... Oh, wait, how did I go to challenge? Go to challenge. In the end, I just need to... Start challenge? I just need to go high enough to kind of fly over it. So I don't need this block right there. Or I move one other block below. Okay. Can I climb to the side? Yes, I can. Oh, I finished it. Even though I didn't think it would finish. But okay. At least I know I could actually remove some pieces, so it'll still work. Okay. I'll do the rest of that later. I kind of want to take a peek of all the minigames before I end the stream today, so... Might take a bit too long if I try to complete all of the minigames all today. That's part of that. Let's go to this one. Antiquity Hunt. Oh, that's right here, right next by. Ugh, why does everyone look so exhausted? Are you running some sort of event here? You're the traveler, aren't you? Aha, I always wanted to meet you. That's right, Bahama is running an archaeologically themed game this time. We have many researchers who study history under our banner, so archaeological work, especially the sort that is done in person, is often unavoidable. Wait, don't be nervous. We're not getting everyone to do that in person. The event's just a replica of our archaeological activities. We have placed lots of replica relics, buried them all around Samira City, and we term those places, at least for now, are archaeological zones. Those who take part in this activity just need to bring our specially made detectors to those sites and dig up the buried replicas. All thanks to the students of the other darshans who are constructing a batch of containers and corresponding detectors. You just need to follow the detectors in order to find the replicas. We haven't split the types of replicas into zones according to the elements. However, detectors were originally used in elemental surveys, and despite our last-minute modifications, they might still be affected by certain elements. Oh no, you just need to dig up the replicas and you'll find that we got some awesome rewards for you. What do you think, traveler? Would you be interested in giving this a go? Yeah, it doesn't sound too hard. Great. And here's the detector. I'll mark the archaeological zones in your archaeological manual. Alright, that should do it. Well then, traveler, go out there and have some archaeological fun. Once you have found all replicas, do remember to come back and collect your reward from me. Search compass. I think, closer you are, the buried location, the denser the trail would be. Here's a trail. Okay, we'll give it a try. Place the compass in different directions. The detector of the higher trail density. After the density reaches 90%, you can immediately detect the replica. Archaeological zones contain objects that will disrupt the detector's abilities. So clear them out quickly, restart your search. After you do the compass, it costs more accurate search areas, displaying our map. Okay. It sounds similar to something I've done in the past. I've done some actual archaeological work before in the game from another event. And this literally sounds like the same thing. Wait. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . Gonna have to equip it. In the bag. Right here. I just went with the Superconduct, Lisa, Rosario, Ayaka, and Sucrose, and it worked out pretty well. Superconduct Ayaka. There's nothing wrong with that idea. Where's your physical unit? Superconduct usually kind of benefits, you know, physical users. Usually when you use Ayaka, you kind of want to go with the freeze comp, or I could do something crazy like the Hyper Bloom comp that I run with Ayaka. But yeah, freeze comp is usually what you mainly do with Ayaka. I guess Rosaria is in there for that, but yeah. Maybe people will sometimes think that Superconduct just increases damages overall, but yeah, it just increases physical damage, so you're not going to get so much when Ayaka does mainly cryo. I mean, you could do physical with the Ayaka if you don't dash, but that's a really rare case. So one for a specific domain, never again. Okay. Okay, how do I continue this? Go to the mountain. The Vataka mountain. Theater category is lightning. Okay, where is this mountain? The Vataka mountain. I'm not completely like a master of the Samira's geography, so I'm not exactly sure where this mountain is. I was hoping the game would just like, you know, tell me where it is. Here. And only worked because the sucrose gathered with a burst time, to be honest. I do think it's cool they're using Lisa though. I feel like she's a really rare character that not many people tend to use. I've been slowly building up constellations
Busted.
for her though.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Game's up. Fun. My apologies.
This clapped me. Almost doesn't count. Oh, last commission that is like catching me like a magnet, but huh? Not now? Okay, maybe I need to be closer. Oh, I was wondering what you're up to. You were just looking at some birds.
Take flight.
You didn't have to try to attack me. I would have just left you alone. Okay, I'm at the mountain. Do I have to select the quests? What am I missing? Maybe I just need to be in the right spot. Oh wait. It probably would help if I actually look at where the circle is around this area, right? So at the top of like the lake. Right up here. I could just teleport over here first. Yep, I am searching for those replicas. Tikudi hunt. They're probably down here. I don't think they're gonna be above in the air. And I probably need to take out these guys, right?
Gotcha. Wind strider. Whirling snow.
35%. 55%. I'm getting hotter. 82%. Oh, I already found it. Oh, found one. I think I need to find two, right? One found. Down here. Okay, I think those are gonna be... Oops. Those are gonna be interference. I need to take them out. Let me switch to a fire character. Bring out my handy dandy Bennett.
I won't hold you back.
Don't use fire that much, but only in the times when I have to use fire. Then I use Bennett.
Adventure time.
This one's to be at the center. At the same time, since I'm here and there's this, you know, this rune guard being locked up, I might as well
Off we go.
free this guy and take him out
Happy to oblige.
after I take these guys out.
My apologies. Yeah.
I need one of those dendrograms. Really not set it down right now? Maybe 3? Okay, 8%. So that's not close. I think this is the dendrogram I'm looking for. Just give me a second. Just let me snipe at that really quick. Alright, now we're ready to go. Alright, big guy. Whenever you're ready. Open up.
Everybody stand back. Things are about to get dicey. Whirling snow. Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Ayaka does make things kind of easy, right? She's good for traveling around and she hits really hard. What else can you ask for? Maybe more stamina sometimes. That's why Yolan's here. Okay, so maybe over this direction. 89. Okay, these guys might be in the way. That's deeper than I thought it was.
Wind strike. Here comes the catch. My apologies.
Yeah. In the overworld, this anything with the Yakin is kind of overkill. But it just happens to be the most mobile team that I have, so it's really good for exploration. %66%. I am heading towards the right location, I think. Let's go towards this direction. 57, so that's the wrong way. So it's definitely probably where these guys were. %17%? What? Over here? Before... $57, 42, 55. The area is getting smaller. 66. 45. This is not the right direction. 41. Is it over here? 86. It's right here. And we're doing an ice bridge for the Yakuza to travel when stamina started running low. Yeah, you're talking about like this. And you gotta charge up your stamina while you're waiting. Yeah, that's the nice thing about Yaki. You could make an infinite ice bridge. So it still takes time. You still have to wait for your stamina to recover. Okay. Well, we did the first one. So we got a gist of how that whole mini game is like. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. Truth step. Over here. Down this way. Oh. Hello. Bahar? Good day to you, traveler. Given how you appear, you must be here to take part of the Wisdom Gala, yes? If you're interested, would you like to try out the event that was the Haravatat organizing? If I recall, the Haravatat studies, this is the one that Farazan kind of studies under, right? Languages. I bet that's a loose summary. How did like Farazan go from like language study to creating those all these mechanical gizmos? That is what we research here at Haravatat. Well, what do you think? Sounds like a good fit for a gala's festive and relaxed atmosphere, does it not? Many of my fellow Darshan members do quite think so. Everyone's having fun to their heart's content, so surely we shall not spoil the mood by going around asking people riddles, yes? In any case, we shall be hard-pressed to drum much interest if we make people guess riddles for our activity. After much friendly discussions, we decided on a game known as the Truth Steps. It does not require any tools or items, just a settled mind and clear thoughts. When the game starts, I'll tell you a story. Now, it may seem to you that the tale is going nowhere indeed. Some parts of it might even defy common sense. Either you can question me, to which I will answer using 3 types of answers. Yes, no, and it doesn't matter. That's her answer, but I can question her. This is a game in real life that I have done before. Yeah, this game is actually a game that does exist in real life. I kind of use this to interview some people that applies to my department sometimes. So, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Wonder if I will do well here if I know the game pretty well. What do you think? What you need to do is use your question to find the truth to the story. But the weird thing is, the whole part in the game is you can be really creative to ask any questions. How does this work in the game? Don't be nervous though. The correct answer isn't meant to be all that complicated. What do you say? Are you interested? You can start now. Within a story, use questions to understand the various details regarding said story. Note, you will only receive yes, no. It has nothing to do with the story style answers. If the question you ask has some critical elements to it, you will gain new hints as you ask. Once you have enough information, you need to start pursuing the truth. Correctly answer all the questions related to this truth to complete the particular story. Yeah, you're trying to find out the truth to the story. That's the name of the game. Well, would you like to give Truth Steps a go? Sure. Yes. Good. In this case, lend me your ears. Yeah, let's start with the part 1. A group of forest rangers are patrolling at Vidia's forest. Asti and Badim were responsible for surveying the surrounding environments. While advancing, they discovered monsters ahead and end up getting caught in a downpour. With the rain making the ground so muddy, they were temporarily stranded. Asti sent Badim out to the other team of forest rangers with the intention of reminding them to stay vigilant. Then Asti hid in the trees until the monsters left. Later, following Badim, the other team of the forest rangers successfully rendezvoused with Asti. After they quickly left the forest, however, only Badim was soaking wet. Why was that? Okay, so they're patrolling the forest. These two are like responsible for scouting. They discover monsters ahead. And caught by a downpour, with the rain making the ground so muddy they were temporarily stranded, so they couldn't move. They were probably under some kind of cover. But asked to send Badim out to the other team of forest rangers with intention of reminding them to stay vigilant. Asti hid in the tree until the monsters left. Later, following Badim, the other team, the rangers successfully rendezvoused with Asti. Afterwards, they quickly left the forest. However, only Badim was soaking wet. So, I mean, it sounds like the other team, by the time he went out, looked for a team, got wet getting out. And by the time he got to their team, and the other team came, back this way, it probably stopped raining. Yeah, so yeah, the question about the rain is whether it stopped, right? Was it downpour heavy? Could people travel the mire easily? No, the mire could not be transferred by human strength. Was it heavy? Yes. Forest rangers. What should I like to ask with the forest ranger? That's true. They could be wearing waterproof gear. That wouldn't make them not wet. Just Badim was just really wet, right? Stay far away from the other team. Let's ask that first. Yes, to ensure that forest rangers' clothes would not get wet. So wait, if that's true, then how come Badim's the only one soaking wet then? Yeah, how far were they from the other team of forest ranger? Guess the distance is great that even shouts could not be heard. There are vision holders among those forest rangers. Yeah, all good questions. No, okay. Is everyone on the patrol a fair forest ranger? No. So, keyword unlocked. Yeah, they were sent to tell the other forest rangers, but that doesn't mean they themselves are forest rangers, right? Was Badim a forest ranger? I already know. He was not a forest ranger, but he's a forest ranger's companion. Because the forest rangers all have, clothes that keep them waterproof. That means Badim is not a human. He's a higher assistant. Was hostile? Nope. He was probably a dog. Is he a human being? Was he an animal? Is the question. Yes. It's not almost a creature. It's ability. Wouldn't be a vision holder. I mean, pets don't have visions in this world, right? Can Badim fly? It was a bird? It wasn't a glider. Is one of Badim's innate abilities. Yes. I'm assuming I float alone. Yes. Can I just draw a conclusion? Find the truth? How did Batum leave the mire and pass the message on? Well, being a good flyer. It was a dust bird. Why was Batum all wet all over? Well, it didn't have waterproof gear. The answer correct. Congratulations. I definitely think you got the hang of this. So, about the next story. I kind of do want to see the next stories, actually. For this little mini event, I would kind of go through the rest of them. And I do like this kind of things. Bahara is a student from Harvatat. Some time ago, he went out on his research but received an unexpected letter from his mentor, who in the letter asked him to bring back something Bahara mistakenly took from him on the trip. In response, Bahara mailed the item back to Habitat. However, when Bahara later returned to Habitat, he got scolded from his mentor. Why is that? So he's a student, went out, got a letter that he did not expect. Who is in the letter asked him to bring back something Bahara mistakenly took with him on his trip. So he went on his trip and grabbed something that he shouldn't have brought. He mailed back the item to Habitat. However, the Bahara later returned to Habitat. He got scolded from a mentor. Well, what is the object? That's a good question. Is it broken? Could this be mailed through a letter? Is the item related to his mentor? Did the mentor scold due to a matter of lateness? Yeah, these are a good question. What most likely would it be? I doubt it's broken, but if he wouldn't have mailed it if it could be mailed through the letter. Is it because of being late? No. Related to the mentor. Yes, it was related to the mentor needed urgently, but it was not late. Is the item dangerous? Could it be a negative impact? And did the item have something to do with the mentor's daily work? It's something he does every day. How do the objects influence the mentor's work? Without the item in the letter, was the mentor able to start work? Would the mentor lose his job without the item and the letter? Tremendous loss? Let's start with this. It's not critical. So something important. The letter's current condition. Actually, I'll ask all the rest of the other things first too. Mentor loses his job. No, so it's not that important, but he's just unable to start his work. It's a no to it being a tremendous loss. So not too important, but he just can't work without it. What would be small enough to fit in the letter though? The mentor accessed the location where the letter was placed. No. Did anyone touch the letter? Was the letter delivered to Habitat? Did the mentor get the letter? That's a good question, actually. Oh, he mailed it but didn't get it. Was the letter even delivered to the right place? Yes. Was the location of the item related to the item itself? What? Location of the item to itself? Did anyone else touch the letter? Oh. What? Was it stolen? Did more than one person touch the letter? No, just one person. Who touched the letter? Who touched the letter? The letter. Who was the person who touched the letter hostile to the mentor? Okay. Did someone touch the letter to destroy it? Was the person who touched the letter on the active staff members? Did the person who touched the letter did something to inhibit the mentor from receiving it? Yes, they were performing the usual duties though. What? I mean, wouldn't it usually be a mailman who touched the letter? Did they destroy it? No. Did they touch the letter? Academic staff? Yes. Shoot. You're supposed to kind of know what's in that letter by end of all this questioning. Condition the usage of the object. Was the item dangerous? No? So what would he have taken? Actually, here, let me see what options is given to me. Why was the mentor angry? Because he could not obtain the letter. Plan was about to be exposed. Mara was working with treasure hoarders? Who was it who came last to contact with the letter? Contact that the treasure hoarders are within the academia. The Darshan. It's in the letter though, but okay, so they were doing their duty, so it wasn't actually theft. So it sounds like it's almost like the cops got their hands onto it, right? But one person, the Russian staff member who was in charge of passing on the letter. Yeah. Probably like the mailman, right? Where was the letter? It's hidden. It was not destroyed. It was with the Matra. The Matras got their hand to it. What was the letter? Keys to the office. Something small corresponding from the treasure hoarders. A bill. I don't know what's in the letter though. It's not a potion. The keys to the office. Got something wrong. Could it be just keys? Actually? Wait. There's only one question left unsolved. I want to think about it some more. Questions asked. So I guess I need to do this with the least amount of questions asked. So he mailed the keys. It went to the office, and guess what? It's the keys to the office. So his mentor could not get the keys to get to the office. Already know it, ready? Because he could not obtain the letter. Arshan, the matcha has nothing to do with this. It was in the mentor's office. Keys to the office. There you go. I just messed one up. Congratulations. I was totally thinking you got a hang of it. About the next story. One more to go. Through everyone's joint effort, the Wisdom Gala went smoothly and concluded successfully. Everyone who set up the booths and offered fun events during the gala received a leave permit for 3-day vacations, no string attached. However, after everyone got their leave permit, there was one more leave permit left in the box. Why is that? Well, you know the answer to this? Oh, I'm just gonna try to solve it myself, so I'm not gonna look at chat for a bit. How the leave permits were to be used. So one person didn't use it. Wait. Let me look at the story again. Everyone got their leave permit. There was one more leave permit left in the box. So it just means that one person decided to use it, right? They already got it. It's not like no one did not get it. Theirs. How were the leave permit used? Could the leave permits be given to someone else? Did everyone, and when you use the leave permit in advance, did anyone duplicate or exchange the leave permit? No. Okay, so there's no duplicate. Yeah, if they use the leave permit first, then like after they finish putting the box, that could be a thing, but probably not, right? No. Could they leave the permits? Could they leave permits to be given to someone else? What? So that doesn't answer why it's in the box. Obtaining the leave permits, keeping the leave permits. Did everyone take a leave permit? Probably answer is yes. There's one extra. Some choose a different reward. Was anyone not allowed to claim the leave permit? But it says everyone took it, so... Did some later have to leave privileges cancelled? The question I fear has nothing to do with the story. That was something I don't hear too often. Me keeping the leave permits. Was everyone allowed to only have one leave permit? Was everyone allowed to take only the leave permit? Take only the leave permit? Yeah, everyone can get a different reward, right? No? So they're allowed to take something else. With the boost, whereabouts of the lost permit? Did all the permit claimants leave with only their leave permits? Probably no. Were all leave permits taken out of the box? No. Were all leave permits taken out of the box? So there's one left. Oh yeah, was the permit in the box still valid? Probably. Were there any new permits placed in the box? Did the leave permits in the box belong to someone nevertheless? That's probably the answer. Yes. He just took the box home with them. Right? And the current status of the leave permit is all the leave permits are with those they should have with them. Some of them leave permits were damaged. Some of the leave permits were not been collected. Nope, they all have it. Did everyone take a leave permit? Some chose a different prize. Some later had their leave permits just canceled. Everyone took a leave permit. Why would someone leave a permit slip left in the box? Because they took the box with them too. Was there someone else's leave permit? Leave permit was, yep. Congratulations, I definitely think you got the hang of it. So the full truth behind this tale. Truth of the matter, the leave permits were indeed and so on in their hand. The final person took the permit in the box and contained the ball. Yeah. I got the picture. I got everything to do. I got the full rewards for this, so I'm all good. Okay. All of it, right? Claim. Claim. And claim. Okay, 3 more mini games to go. I think the connectivity one's kind of annoying because you had to do quite a bit of work for it. Yeah, let's go see the other 3, then we'll call it a night. Hopefully they're not too long. How did this fall to me? Couldn't we have assigned this task to more experienced senior student? Are you running some event here as well? Hador? Eh? Oh, Traveler, yes, we are indeed running an event. Well, I say it's an event, but really it's a domain that awaits exploration. Does this domain has anything to do with the gala? Oh, let's not even get into that. I only came to be in charge of this affair because of the gala. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Bahor from Spatamod, and our research lies on the field of alchemy, the elements, and topics like that. So I was assigned to this task, but much as I thought about them, I couldn't think of a game that our Darshan could run. Putting our crafting bench to do public alchemical experiments would be too boring. There's no way we could run some demonstration of elemental reactions. If something went wrong, the whole site might go up in smoke, and what would we do then? In the end, I had to ask the Adventurers Guild for help, and it was their aid that I found this domain. Several of my fellow students and I went inside to investigate, and to be honest, it was an utter mess in there. And such, we developed a few potions specialized to use inside this domain. Well, our Darshan specialty demonstrated. Now, So if you're interested, Traveler, take these potions with you and investigate the domain. I'll mark the location on your map. Has anyone come to play this game? Why, a few adventurers did come to give this a go. They were quite excited too. But I must say, very few of our fellow students did. Whatever the case might be, you can go in as long as you're interested. The adventurers who tried this earlier rated it as being very challenging. Ah, yes. For you to go, I do have some potions here for you. Stay safe and explore the domain, alright? Defeat opponents within the time limit during the reaction. Maximum 5 negative reactions. Use enhancing collection to get the maximum buffs. It's one of those little domain things with potion buffs. It sounds okay. Should be kind of easy for me. Okay, let me actually get to it. Where to go? Take me there. Challenge. Can I just teleport directly there? Okay. Nope. Not going easy. We're going in hard as we usually do. Oh, mostly electro enemies. Oh, so these are negative stuff. Linchpin HP will generate by 50% each normal opponent field by 10 seconds. I need to pick 2. Opposing reinforcements has been deployed. Berserker, shooter, Normal opponents will take on the field. Man, I don't have any problems with extra enemies, and then enemies can unleash shield waves. That one sounds annoying. I'll give them more health, make it more interesting. And we'll go next. 2 positive effects. When the active character attack hits an opponent, Cyclone will be regenerated. Pull nearby enemies. That's okay. I have my own suction. When there are less than 2 enemies near an opponent, there's going to be lots of enemies from the way it seems. When character's attack hits a linchpin opponent, an extra true damage instance will be dealt. This effect will be triggered once every 6 seconds. That sounds kind of important. When a normal opponent is defeated, a shockwave will lead some position and do damage to nearby enemies. I think. Fine, I'll take suction. I don't think I need the damage. I think I'm okay with damage. Just putting back Sayu in there, but
Me.
I can still use the exact same team. I think this team still should be sufficient. But just in case, I could bring in Diona actually.
Need my help as usual?
Okay, bring it on.
Gotcha.
I have a little nice barrier to kind of protect myself.
Things are about to get dicey. Take flight.
Wait, they still have the rocks below there. Go ahead and drop this out. They're still alive.
My apologies.
Tag them all.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night, wind strike. Here comes the catch.
I could have used my burst. But I can use it here now. Ouch!
Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink.
Yaka almost died right there. Almost. But still managed to pull it through somehow. It's because of all those like rock traps. But I could have swore I didn't pick those and it still appeared. Okay. That's okay. I guess some of you might like seeing me fight just to see how my teams work. If you haven't seen it, but there's a lot of times I do Spiral Abyss. Those videos are still up if you're curious. You know, that was actually kind of quick. I'll go ahead and do the rest very quick. Since they're all in the same location apparently too. Okay, electrofunguses. This is just a bunch of funguses. When there's a linchpin enemy on the field, all normal physical and elemental resistance are increased. The tougher normal enemies will be increased. I'll let them be more. Have twice the health. That's not a problem. Normal enemies swirling crystal fungus replaced by linchpin large. Wait, resists at most 2 negative effects. Am I picking the things I don't want to happen? Is that what I'm doing? Nor as whirling crystal fungus is replaced by linchpin. I kind of don't think I want that. Element to node. Crown buff nearby enemies at interval. Increase their offensive capabilities at durability. This crystal buff can be removed. Do elemental reactions. That sounds annoying too. They can have more health. I'm fine with that. Next. Attain the 2 that I want. When a character deals with power damage, I don't use power. Characters deal damage, their attack increases by 6%. When the character is active. I don't have an injury recharge problems with my teams. Greatly enhance the team's jumping ability. Character's plunging attack. We'll take the vortex and the damage. Okay, next up. A bunch of funguses. We're just gonna start with the same team as well.
Look at you, Bootown.
Hello, Mark.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds come.
Things are about to get dicey. Take flight.
Unthinkable.
Oh, you're the big one right here. A little bit kind of overdoing it, but I'll do it anyways.
Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Barely see you, but you're big enough. You can spot a bit of it. Okay.
Wind strike.
Okay, I meant to actually do this first.
Think you can bully me? Look at you.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Quietly now.
That should be fast enough. Okay, and the last one. Aramites. All these small fries. Each number of opponent field. Increase electric opponent's physical. Yeah, that's fine. Depending on opponent, Aramite Scorching, Rain Dances can unleash their spirits of omen immediately. That's annoying. Opposing reinforcements have it deployed. They can deploy more enemies, that's not a problem. Your active characters would periodically be infected with smoldering flames, causing them. Yeah, that's annoying. More enemies and more defense, that's fine. They could be a little more bulky. I won't save them though. Next one. Characters' HP is higher than 70%, more EM. All characters' healing is increased. When a character is healed, their attack is increased. Oh, I'll take that. More damage. All party members' shield strength is increased. I don't use shields too much. After a character's triggers quicken, spread, activate, burning hyper bloom, virgin, they will regain energy. I don't have energy issues. Let's go with the EM. Yep, go in. I think again, it's probably just better for me to keep using Kazuha. This team is just too good when it comes to crowds. Hyperbloom is really great when I need to like fight less enemies and do more like DPS, but oh. You know, this can be fun. I haven't got to use this team too much yet, so let's give them a try. They're supposed to be really good at handling huge amount of enemies. It's my Nilo team. Been working on it. It's not fully complete, but it should be easy for this kind of event. If I can remember how to use it correctly.
Commit it to memory.
Oops.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Give me a second. Ouch. A little bit longer.
Position. I'm getting
New punching bag.
See that? It cleared already waves of enemies so quickly. Even I don't even need to do this right here.
Care for a dance?
Oh, they can actually sit through all of that.
Be a good audience, won't you? Possession to apply.
Wait, let me reapply that to you guys.
Another test.
Okay, switch to Cole. I think this guy just straight up died.
Careful.
Okay, remark.
Catch this.
Oh, I forget. I should probably use some of Nilu's burst, right?
The show's only
Yeah, a really explosive team. Really explosive. And it's not really at max power yet. I think it's like about 80% power, so I can't wait till I finish this team.
Ready, steady, go!
Let's go ahead and heal them all up again. Yeah, really powerful team. They're not really made for travel. They don't have anything that makes you move around quicker or get to places more easily, so they're purely just for combat. Huge amount of enemies. But this team still would have done fine too. Okay. So now that we are done with that, let's grab the rewards. Pick the wrong one. This one. Oops. Okay. All done with 2. The other ones are just a bit annoying, a little bit of a treasure hunt, and the other one is just placing things around. Let's see what is left. So mimic, replication, and gathering of stars. That way. It's like right next to Dory. Right here. Hello there, traveler. It seems that you're here to take part in the Wisdom Gala. If it would interest you, would you like to try out the game that we have at Amurata has set up? And what sort of game would that be? Our Darshan has set up a little game called Mimic Replication. Mimic Replication. In this game, I will introduce you the behavioral patterns of a certain animal. Of course, these patterns have been simplified and generalized to make it easier to understand. What you need to do is use the models we have prepared to imitate the actions of the corresponding animals. Yeah, it does sound pretty simple. Precisely, and animals have regular behavior patterns. It's a statement that is both simple to understand and accept. Behind something simple lies mysteries that are most deep indeed. However, let us put academic observations aside for a moment and simply enjoy the habitual behaviors of animals in a relaxed manner. Okay. Let's give it a try. Start with the weasel. Use jump at the right moment and control the weasel's model to obtain coins at the appropriate rhythm point. Use leap to reach the coins at a higher location. Oh, it's a jumping game. Wait. Okay, I got it. Simple. It's pretty much like a rhythm game, but with just 2 buttons. Ah! Can't believe I missed one. Yeah, they don't really tell you when the weasel is just gonna appear. Sometimes it feels like it happens immediately. A little bit too fast. But, I mean, I got enough to get the max stars. That was easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of them, since it's kind of quick as well. Strumbor. I'm assuming it's gonna be 3 buttons instead of just 2. Charge forward. Break obstacles. Okay. Just 1 button. Close enough. It made like about like 4 mistakes, but 95%. This whole little like Darshan game kind of reminds me of like another game called Melatonin. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen other people play it, so it's kind of like this, but this was a little bit more obvious of what you need to do. Is it gonna do a part where they make me do all 3 together? That would be interesting. Leap from the water in the right moment and control the fish model so that the duration of the jump matches the other 2 fish models. It's late. Gotta feel the beat. Late. Yeah, the fast one's a little bit surprising, but 84, not too bad. It was these are simple games. Kind of mini games I like, really. Hey. Take it all. And we're down to one more mini game before we call it a night. I think it's not too bad. Gathering the stars. That. Up me. She's below me now. That's right. I need to bring back Sayu. Sorry, whoever that is. I am doing an event, which I'm not sure if I can bring you along in the first place. Sometimes people, I assume they just want to jump into my world to take some materials, or just to hang out, but this isn't the right time.
I've been waiting for you for.
You're not Sayu. You're short like Sayu, but
Catch up.
can't roll around like Sayu. Oh. Oh, found you. Hey. Hope everyone enjoyed this little gadget. What's there to play over here? You're the traveler, aren't you? I'm Farble, from Rotawust. I don't suppose you know what we studied here, do you? Well, I think it was... we studied the stars. Though it's not very precise the way of putting it, we do have a lot of specialization within the Darshan itself. Fortunately, a lot of things about our research wouldn't make much sense to the average person if we explain it as it is. In fact, the chances of them being interested are slim. I was concerned that setting up an astrology booth would end up in the involved students getting into academic discussions and not manning the stall. After such discussion, we decided on a middle of the road option. See the special astrolabe? Many stars have been placed on it, and what you have to do is arrange them to a specific image. These images will not be particularly complicated and will not involve any ongoing yet unresolved academic disputes. So it's simple fun and definitely not the divisive pictorial puzzle. You strike me as being really nervous. Well, this game does have to do with the stars after all. Some of our students get the sweats the moment they hear that word. You don't know how many people I had to tell that this is just a toy and it has nothing to do with the academic research. Never mind that. If you are interested, feel free to give it a go. I'll give it a try. Move the heights, angle the heights, suitable location, light up, complete it. Certain amount of time elapsed allowing the challenge beginning. You can get asked for help. We'll be fine, right? Yeah, let's begin. Oh, okay. So the complete image is there on the right side. I just need to move the stars. Can I move? I can move these two as well. Okay. So this is probably the highest points. Oh, they light up. That's right, in the right spot. And then... okay. Had to move, the stars up and down, but I just need to rotate it around. Next. Okay, this is the highest spot. It goes right here. So when they go down this way. Let's gear up. Done. pretty fast. Look at this. Seems to have multiple high spots. Or here somewhere. But I didn't need to change the height at all until now. Next one? I see. It probably comes in batches of 3, and the next like batch, you have to learn how to like adjust the heights. Alright, because everything else is kind of even here, but there's going to be some kind of height adjustment somewhere. Let's focus on getting one particular star to the left. It's probably actually involving this one. That. That close? Okay, if those are over there, then these two are up here. Hunter Beast, wouldn't be guessed. 3 pieces. Actually get like 1 in. I think the rest kind of feels kind of easy. This seems actually a little bit harder. Ain't good enough. And then for the last one, Ardishra. Already. Take that. That was total accidental. Find tree. Oh, is that it? That was quick. It's another day. That means it should be close to my bedtime. Well, it's past my bedtime already, actually. But hey, I did a lot of the mini games more than I thought I would before I ended the stream. The rest, you guys probably can imagine how they went. These have 4. This is the more annoying one in my opinion, but I'm gonna go ahead and do those 2 off stream. It's getting really late for me. I'm gonna call it a night. Let me go park myself somewhere that... Wait, before I go, I can actually spend this resin very quick. It's been a lot on books, but the other thing I need still is more dendro crystals. So I can find either the hypostasis or the terror shroom, but I've been doing a lot of the terror shroom already, so I guess It's better to kind of spread around and do the hypostasis more often. We'll do that very quick. And hypostasis, you do want a Dendro character and an Electro character in your team. I tend to use my Hyper Bloom build for this.
I see everything.
Time to say hello.
The Temple of Wisdom.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Witness this fate. Take flight!
And the annoying part is that the wait for it to be damageable.
Sakura swirl!
Okay. Now I just need to tap these with a bit of Dendro for a bit. Let me try to shoot that out, and then I can tap that with Electro. And voila. Nope. HP defense? Not for anything. Is there something that I'm missing? That's right. Forgot about this. Got a free copy of Farazan. Take that. Some more gems and just a little bit more. That'll be able to get the final one. I can finish that up later. Off the stream. It doesn't seem like there's anything left in the event to really show besides just picking up the final bit of rewards after doing those last bit of mini games. I'll be done with the event. Feels weird to be kind of ahead of the game a little bit, at least with the event. But at least I got it out of the way. Okay, yeah. So, pretty productive today. We finished the event story, got a good portion of the mini games all done. So I would say this is pretty much a successful day for me. So this does mean I won't be streaming as much Genshin as I normally do. Like before, I was kind of doing like 2 Genshin streams per week or so, but now it's going to be more like maybe down to 1 for like per week at max. But I still probably would have to do Spire Abyss one of the days.
I only wish life
So
usually is this a little
when my like new team's a little bit more like complete, I'll probably be doing that. And I'll debate whether I would want to stream it. Because it is one that I kind of covered before already, and I got max stars. I'm assuming it's the same kind of enemies from the last one. So it's not too important for me to kind of stream that when I already have a working solution already out there. But if I'm bored and run out of things to do, I don't mind kind of covering that. But what I will be covering a lot for the next 2 days will be Battle Network, Wingman Battle Network, which I've been meaning to really play since it came out, but a lot of things been like pressuring from Genshin and Honkai to kind of cover those stuff for a while. But now that that's out of the way, I have time to just focus on that. But I do want to go back to Honkai Star Rail just a little bit more. I didn't really want to play too much of it quite yet, but I hit the point where my daily farm for the game could be a bit better if I spent a little more effort going forward. But I need to figure out how much further forward I need to go to kind of unblock this wall if it kind of hits. It's not something that completely stopping me, but definitely I would get more materials and resources if I go across that wall. So that's why I'm thinking I will go back and get past that wall first, and then I could just totally focus on Battle Network afterwards. But we'll see. I need to do a little bit of research, and I'll figure that out. So the next stream could be Honkai Star Rail, but there's a good chance that it'll be just a bunch of Battle Networks for the rest of the way for the next few weeks. So if you guys are excited to see any of those future stuff I'm covering, then I'll see you guys there. Otherwise, thanks for watching. You guys have a good night. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye.